Hello, people of the interweb. Yeah, no, I did not curl my hair. Sorry, my dog's itchy. I'm still in the process of growing my hair out. It's like still down to my bra. Anyways, but wrong side. Okay. I just wanted to rant today. Look at my shirt. I live in your closet. Hee hee hee. It's funny. But yeah. Sorry. I got a booby problem. But who cares? I'm all natural. Who gives a shit? But, yeah. I wanted to rant because I am really pissed now. So, yeah, you guys are gonna get it. I'm sorry. If you don't like rants, goodbye. But, yeah, anyways. So, for those of you who did not know, I was gone to Cuba for the last week of June. Safe to say that I think I lost my tan now. I'm starting to feel like crazy. Like I have blotches. It's kind of freaking me out because I never do that, but I have blotches here too. Okay. But I could just have a skin problem. Like where I have blotchy skin because I do have blotchy skin. But yeah. Anywho, extra loose hair. Shedding hair like crazy. I think I'm a dog. Okay. We're done. That problem's over. But anyways. While I was there was a lot of, let's just say events. I won't necessarily say what, but let's just say I was really PO'd by the time I got home. Like in the airplane. Or like on the way home and I just wanted to leave. Because I never say if I hurt. Like I could come to school with a sprain or a twisted ankle or knee. And I won't bitch. Like I'll be walking up and downstairs fine. But if I say it kills, it kills. Like I don't know how many of you don't understand that, but you can even ask my mother. Like I never bitch about anything, and I'm in pain 24/7. Like it's unreal. You have no idea what I put myself through, and for dance especially. But because it's something I love, I'm not gonna bitch about it because then they're just gonna say, "Oh well, you can just get out of dance." It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, no. Anyways, so during the trip, I think it was near the beginning, I had fallen, like on uneven grounds. Of course I was wearing my brown flip-flops. Obviously, you guys don't know what they look like yet, but you will see them when we get back to school, because they are my favorite flip-flops, and my only flip-flops, because my purple ones broke before I left. Like, the sole is, like, usually you have flip-flop, and then it keeps the pattern of your foot. And let's just say mine purple ones are like this. Because I have a tendency of walking with my heels facing inwards. Because it's in my family where we're, like, knock-knee pigeon-toed. But see, I don't have the pigeon-toe problem. I don't walk like this. I walk outwards, like a penguin. And so all my shoes and flip-flops are all molded to my feet to walk like this. And that's why I can't ever give my shoes or lend my shoes to anyone, because they are sculpted for my feet because I walk like this. And it's weird. Anyways. I'm thinking that's also the reason why I have really bad ankles and knees. Because I am knock-kneed. Like my knees face inwards. if you were to see, if I were to stand up and walk, you'd see that my knees face inwards. So that could be too, because of the constant friction and hitting. So it could, like, mess them up. But anyways, I know that's why my ankles are messed up, because I walk like this. So my ankles are constantly, like, doing that. And if I try and move it, it's a little painful. So let's just say for those nice heels, it's a bother for me to walk in. That's why I have to have so many freaking straps around my ankle. It's not to secure my ankle, no. It's to make sure that when I walk, because I walk like this, that I don't walk like this and fall on my face. Not that I can't walk in heels, because if I had, like, my boots, my heel boots, those of you who have seen me walk in them, or run, for some of you, if I chased you down the hall because you pissed me off, you can see that I can walk and run perfectly fine in heels. Like, I can, for Pete's sake, in those boots, I could do freaking relay race. I can do the 50K or whatever. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a little bit because of my asthma, I can't really do that. But if I had no asthma problem, I'd be able to run in those high heels. Anyways, so I had those round flip-flops for casual wear, because I wear flip-flops 24/7 to begin with, because I hate sneakers for that reason, that they get molded all messed up, and then when I try and walk properly, it automatically puts my feet like this. Anyways, I'm spending like 3 minutes explaining my shoes. Anyway, so I was wearing those flip-flops, and then there was, I don't know how you explain it, but where we were, the road was not, like, paved, because they don't have paved roads. It's like gravel road, so it's like a bunch of rocks. And over there, the rocks were loose. So where we were, where the bus parked, it was the road, and then there was like this much of a layer up. It's like, I don't know how you explain it. It's not a sidewalk. Because you know when you're making a road on a hill, so you have like a little mini hill, and then they put like some kind of cement thing there so that the ground doesn't go onto the road. That they have that, but that's like this tall, or this much, I think. Yeah. And then it's the road. But see, I was walking on the road, but the bus was like this. And for us to get in the bus, because the door was on the side near the hill, I had to walk up on that thing. And the ground, like, the road wasn't even already, because it was loose gravel. But it was those big rocks. But then, so I walked up, and my friend was running, so I tried to, like, not jump up, but you get my point. So I tried to get up it fast to run to the bus. And then I end up losing my balance because I fell in a hole in the grass. Had nothing to do with the road, nothing to do with my heels, but the grass. There was a little hole that I tried to, when I went to run, I fell and I slipped in the hole. And then obviously I twisted my ankle, that's usual. I usually do that and it hurts for like the day or a little bit after, but not that much. But you still see the scar too. I have right here on this pinky toe. I don't know if you see it. Sorry to see the back of my foot, that's not what I meant. But this right here. Anyways, it's a little nasty, but it's healed completely. It was pissing out blood like crazy, and I had no band-aids that stick, because band-aids don't stick to me. It's not that I don't like band-aids. I wear band-aids like 24/7. I try to. But they just don't stick. Like, even the ones that said they're waterproof or they stick or really good adhesive, they don't stick to me. Like, they don't stick to me. Never mind trying to stick it on my damn foot. It's like your feet sweat the most. how do you expect a band-aid to stay on your foot? Especially on the place of where I hurt it. Like, are you... Wow, okay. Like, that makes so much sense. Like, okay, whatever. So I get on the bus. Obviously, it hurts. I'm in pain. First, I thought it was because of my ankle, and I'm just like, oh, I twisted myself. Well, I twisted my ankle. Well, it's not that bad. I just have to put ice on it. Because we were going back to the hotel. Because we were going to have free time. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I get on the bus, I put on my ankle brace, and then I look on my toe, and it's bleeding like crazy. So I'm like, so I, like, naturally you're gonna have like a mini panic attack, but mostly I am because I went, like, I kind of cracked the back of my head near the, well, it was at the beginning, like, you know, where the neck meets and the head starts. It was there, but all the way up. I think it was probably like this big. But it wasn't really deep, but I lost a lot of blood. Like, I had to throw away a scarf and a hat because they were ruined because they were soaked in the blood from my head. So I was scared because I was 100% sure that I was gonna lose too much blood because I couldn't get a band-aid to stay on. I couldn't get anything to stay on to stop the blood. And, like, I was naturally crying because I was freaking out. I'm like, what the hell? And then I managed to get a band-aid to stay on for like 5 minutes. Like, the time it took for everyone to get on the bus and for us to go to the hotel. And then I, like, ran to my room. And oh my god, I would have taped the shit out of it, but I had nothing. The only thing that I had was was my ankle brace. So what I did was I took the ankle brace, and then I put it right where I put it mostly, well, obviously not all, but I put it mostly where the toe was, so it wouldn't bleed. Obviously I have a blood stain on the ankle brace now. I thought I had it up there, but I don't. But obviously I have a stain on it from that, and then I, like, fixed it the rest of the way, and then I just tied it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Now it doesn't matter. It still hurts. It kills because it's fabric friction with open wound. That hurts like hell. Any of you that have fallen, like, scraped your arm or scraped your stomach or anything, and you had like a shirt on, and it's like on it, like friction, the causes the friction, and it kills. Oh my god. That was, like, obviously it's not the most painful thing that I've ever endured, but let's just say for that whole trip, I thought that was gonna hurt the most. I think it's not the only thing that hurt. Anyways, so that happens, whatever. We go on. And then the day right after, I have to perform. I'm just like, oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh well, doesn't matter. It was our first performance too. So I'm like, that's not good. Because with kids that are going into school for actually, like, to do performing for dance. Like, they're in a dance school, and I'm like, oh, damn. That's not good. Okay. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Music starts, I automatically forget about it until that one dance that I had to do that I have to spin a lot on the bad ankle. Like the one that I hurt the day before. And it was still a little sore. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. So I do spinning, whatever. We're done, that dance is done. Like, the music stops, it clicks, I'm like, ouch. Ah, that hurts like crazy. So I'm sorry, like, I walk, I'm trying to not limp, but then I start limping because, like, not that the pain's unbearable because it was bearable, but let's just say it hurt. For anyone who has twisted their ankle, or for anything in that case, you can, like, agree with me that it hurts. Like, I usually deal with the pain. I just sit off for a little bit and put some ice on it or put it up for a little bit and then I'm okay, I'm fine. Because I did it plenty of times in dance class. Like, obviously, none of the people who are in my dance class watch me, but if, like, per se one of them was watching, you know that. Because I'll end up sitting off in the corner of the dance room while everyone's practicing dances. And they'll be like, oh, well, why are you sitting off? And I'm just like, my ankle. Again. They're like, again? I do it, like, what, 10 times during the year? I twist my ankles and my knees. That's a new thing that I hate. Because that's a pain in the ass. But yeah. So, about that, anything. Anyways. So that happens, whatever. I pass it. The freaking ankle brace, we go out to eat. Because that was part of our itinerary to go to have lunch with the dance people that we met. So I'm like, okay. So we go to eat. My ankle brace, like my ankle starts to really hurt because of the way I had to sit. Because I have to sit like this with my feet like this. And my natural instinct when I have a sprained ankle or twisted ankle is to do this. Like have my knees crossed. Like have your legs crossed like a girl kind of thing. So I try and do that, but the table's too low that I can't bring my other leg over the top of my other leg without having to stretch it out. And if I did, then I'd be hitting the guy's feet because I was sitting with a table full of guys. That's another story, I gotta tell you. That's fun. If I hadn't already said it in the video, that's hilarious. Anyways, I think I did, but correct me if I didn't. Anyways, so we go, like, I'm doing that, and then my ankle starts to hurt, so I'm just like, okay, I can't put my leg up, so what do? We didn't get our actual food yet, we were just talking, and the guys were kind of really shy. Like, they didn't start talking to us until, like, their teacher came over, or no, I think it was our tour guide that came over. But she was telling the guys, like, well, why aren't you talking to the girls? Like, they want to talk to you, but they want you guys to start the conversation. So then, of course, obviously he wasn't my boyfriend at the time. My boyfriend starts and asks, like, the most randomest questions ever. They'd be like, oh, how old are you? What do you, like, what's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? Like, what's your name? What's your age? All, like, the most randomest thing ever. And then he would start, like, he'd ask the question, and then obviously his guy friends would take a while to answer, to understand what he said, and he'd be like, oh yeah. But then a minute. Oh, of course, my mother, yay. But of course, he would go and he would ask me first. It didn't click at the time. I thought because I wasn't really beside him. There's another girl, but she was in pain, so we didn't really talk to her at the beginning because you were trying. Like, I talked to her a little bit, trying to have her mind off of it. But then when we started talking, I tried like I had her in her little bubble so she could calm down. And like I wasn't good. Like, you know when someone is in pain, they're like and they're off in their corner. You don't really want to ask them a lot of questions because I knew what was wrong, and she told me. But for that, like for what was wrong, you don't really want to talk while you're in pain because it hurts even more. So because I understand that, I naturally just let her be, and then when she was ready, she would talk. So I was like, okay, whatever. But he didn't even know what was wrong with her. So he asked me first, I'm like, okay. So I asked the question, like I answer it. And then he was gonna continue, like he was talking to his friends, and then my friend beside me is so, like, not impressed. because she thought that like he was gonna start with me and then go around, when in actuality he just wanted to know about me because I had no clue he was hitting on me, because I thought the guy in front of me had a clue me who was hitting on me. I feel really bad to freaking like triangle here because he was hitting on me. I had no clue. And then the dude in front of me too was hitting on me. But I don't have to